Sorry, I skipped over that. I just mumbled it, sorry. The costume! Oh yeah, it can't move. The color in the physics prepper. Oh my god, I love this. There's no cursor drag. I love it. Wrapped in a vinyl sheet, and then put it in the trolley that used to move it. As I recall, the trolley doesn't have a handle. But even without a handle, it just bent over. Oops. Damn it! Missed it! Man met Fukawa and Togami, then found Yamada injured in the library. After escorting Yamada to the infirmary on the first floor, we resumed our search. Then, just after we left the infirmary... Okay, more flashback. Based on Celeste's sighting, we all went to the second floor and split up to look for the madman. And not long after that, I saw the madman on the third floor and immediately shouted to inform everyone. Oh yeah, her weird one. Blah blah blah. We all saw this already. And yet again, just moments after that. Okay, more flashback. So we split into two groups. Celeste, Asahina, and I returned to the infirmary, and Ugami, Togami, and Fukawa went after the madman on the third floor. There in the infirmary, we discovered Yamada's dead body, and at that time, we heard the corpse discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Asahina behind and returned to the third floor to report the bad news. However, at the same time, we had just found Ishimaru's corpse in the physics prep room. Yamada and Ishimaru's corpses were likely discovered at nearly the same time. I too heard the corpse discovery announcement immediately after we found Ishimaru's body. Then I informed Ugami and Togami about Yamada's murder, and the three of us then headed for the infirmary together. But just after we left the physics lab, we heard surprising news from Celeste, who had come upstairs after me. Yeah, about the corpse, it moved. We hurried back to the infirmary and Yamada's body was gone. After that, remembering we had forgotten about Fukawa, we returned to the prep room. Yeah, it went missing too. This time, it was Ishimaru's corpse that had disappeared. We quickly set out to search for the two missing bodies. And then, after some time searching, hearing Celeste had found the corpses, we all headed for the art storage room. And there we rediscovered the two missing bodies. And that's everything that happened. I see, it seems the incident is fairly convoluted. I don't think we will shed much light by examining this as a connected series of incidents. Then, what should we do? Rather than a series of incidents, try thinking of them as individual incidents. From there, you'll be able to see the contradictions in these incidents. Let's begin right away. First, let's start with Ishimaru. To reach the truth of this case, we must, at all costs, uncover the contradictions hidden in Ishimaru's murder. Ooh, it's another, debate. Hopefully. I'm good at these. Usually. Monokuma File 3! First of all, was Ishimaru killed before Yamada, or was it after? What? We know what order they were killed in. Ishimaru was killed later. Why do you think that? The number of Justice Hammers. Ah, Yamada was killed with number 3, and Ishimaru was killed with number 4. See, Ishimaru was obviously killed later. No, oops. Oh, it's true. Were they, yeah, but that was it after. Okay, let's see this. Damn it! Okay, I'm not good at these. Do I have to take something of what they said? Damn it! Nope. Okay. I think I know what to do now. I think. I hope I'm right. Yes! I was right. Thank the gods. Okay, let's see my terrible score. E. Not that bad. No, it's not necessarily the case that they were killed in the same order as the hammers were numbered. In fact, wouldn't it make sense if this was all just a diversion by the culprit? If the numbers on the Justice Hammers were a diversion by the culprit, then in reality Ishimaru was killed first and Yamada was killed after that. If that's the case, couldn't you present some evidence? Evidence that shows Ishimaru was killed before Yamada. Shows the time of his death. Ah, his watch. Though with these oh good, watch. Okay, yeah, it's watch. Give me that H. I want that H. That H though. Where is it? There it is. No crap. Stupid L getting in the way of my H. I'm losing those hearts now. Yeah, I'm not doing. I hit the wrong button. Damn it! I have to skip over this. Hit the wrong button. I hope you all saw that too. Come on, 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 come on. Eat this! Yes! I'm getting better. I'm getting better. I like how the frame rate jumps when you're in a menu. It jumps to 60 automatically. And then just drops to 30 during the game. You're not wrong in saying that. By bending down, you could move a trolley without a handle. But could you really put yourself in that position while wearing that costume? What do you mean? Think about it. Back when we were experimenting with the costume. This is a flashback. I can see a thing. I can't even see my feet. I'm surprised you managed to walk around with this on. Like I said, it wasn't me. And what's up with this? The back doesn't bend at all. That's a pretty big design flaw. When wearing the costume, not only can you not see your feet, you can't bend your back either. Isn't that right, Asahina? Now that you mention it, yeah. Being unable to bend one's back, it would be difficult indeed to push a trolley without a handle. In which case, you could kick it. But if you couldn't see your feet, could you really kick the trolley to move it? Nope, I'm thinking not. Hell if I know what you're talking about, though. Plus, I have doubts you could pull off that even more intricate task of wrapping the corpse in a sheet while wearing that restrictive costume. Couldn't you just take off the costume to move the body? No, it's not possible, because you can't take it off yourself. It's hard to imagine that you take off the costume just to move the body. I mean, yeah, you couldn't take it off because of the clasp. Okay, blah blah blah. I hate flashbacks. I don't hate flashbacks, just it's not necessary sometimes. Ah yes, the costume could neither be put on nor removed by one's own strength. Could he really not have taken it off himself? Hagakure wasn't lying to us, was he? It wasn't a lie! If he could have taken it off himself, he wouldn't have shown up still wearing it. It's like wearing a sign around his neck saying, I did it. Yeah, exactly, dude! Then it's true that Justice Robo really couldn't have moved that trolley. Which means the person who transported the corpse using the trolley could not have been Hagakure. Believe me, if it was Hagakure, it would have been way too obvious. It's never the first person that's the prime suspect, usually. No, hold on a minute please. Have you all forgotten about the photograph I took? You've all seen it, as I recall. The photograph of Yamada being dragged away by the madman. If the madman was not the culprit, then what is it I witnessed? Furthermore, we have testimony from Yamada himself, one of the victims. How did you get those wounds? I was felled by him. By him? Justice Robo. Blah 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 blah. I realized this was a flashback. As long as we have these facts, we can draw only one logical conclusion. The culprit is the madman, Hagakure, beyond a shadow of a doubt. Yeah, she's right. Just wait. It's still too early to draw a conclusion. Besides, we don't have to cast our ballots right this second. Before that, wouldn't it be to our benefit to at least discuss some of the other possibilities? It's easier to see the truth when you're looking at things from multiple angles, and don't blind yourself to one. But what, specifically, should we do? Let's try going back over the sequence of events from the start. In doing so, we may uncover something new. Bah, what a pain in the ass. Our lives are on the line. It's a little bit of inconvenience is unavoidable. I read it wrong. Whoops. Plus, we can use this opportunity to explain things for Kitty Giddy since she wasn't there when it happened. Very well, let us go back to the beginning. It started this morning. This morning, it was only Asahina, Kitty Giddy, Naegi, and I who assembled in the cafeteria. For as long as we waited, no one else came, thus we decided to search for other students. It was around 8 AM. Immediately after we split up, Kitty Giddy went missing. Finding Celeste on the 3rd floor recreation room, Asahina quickly reconvened with Naegi and I. I had been attacked by a madman and lost consciousness for an hour, which means I was attacked about an hour before you found me, just after 7. At that time we learned from Celeste's photo, the madman was dressed in an unusual costume. Justice Robo. Additionally, we discovered Yamada had been dragged off by that very same Justice Robo. We began our search for the madman much better. That's right, Ishimaru's wristwatch. Look at it, it's broken, and the hands were pointing to just after 6 when it happened. It was likely broken when he was attacked by the culprit. After all, when we saw him last night. Hey, how long do you plan? Oops. Given his watch wasn't broken last night, there's no mistaking he was attacked at 6 this morning. In short, that's the time Ishimaru was killed. But if he was killed at 6 this morning, it happened much before Yamada was murdered. And even before Celeste was first attacked, a little after 7. Yes, Ishimaru's murder happened before any of the other incidents. We made the wrong assumption. Because of those justice hammers, we wrongly assumed the order of things happened. The culprit intentionally numbered the weapons and had them increase in size as well. So we would assume the incidents occurred according to the hammer's numbers. Furthermore, if we assume Ishimaru was murdered just after 6, then nobody has an alibi for this murder. Reason being, he was murdered before we met up in the cafeteria. Indeed, this is the case for Ishimaru's murder, but everyone has an alibi for the time Yamada was murdered. Yeah, when Yamada was killed. Blah blah blah. When we heard Yamada scream from the infirmary, everyone but Hagakure and Kirigiri were together. After that, we rushed down to the infirmary and saw Yamada's corpse. It's true, we've got alibis. I've got it, the culprit recorded the scream with a tape recorder and played it back later, dudes. And where's the tape recorder? Beats me. Don't just spew anything that comes to mind. In any event, when we heard Yamada's scream, we clearly all had alibis. Which means nobody who was there with us could have killed Yamada. And not just Yamada's murder either, the subsequent disappearance of the corpses is the same. When Yamada's corpse disappeared from the infirmary, Asahina and I were come on, fix yourself. Asahina and I were together in the restroom, and everyone else was in the physics prep room, yes? And it was the same when Ishimaru's corpse disappeared from the prep room. At that time, we were all gathered in the infirmary because of the disappearance of Yamada's corpse. And I was all by myself, sleeping like a baby in the physics prep room. Yeah, no one's gonna blame Fukawa for anything. Or even Genocider, because it's too obvious. Then couldn't Genocider move Ishi's corpse? Even if she could have relocated Ishimaru's corpse, she couldn't have moved Yamada's from the infirmary. When Yamada's corpse went missing, she was still unconscious in the prep room. Of course, I didn't do either of them anyway. In short, none of us are capable of having committed Yamada's murder or relocating the corpses. Looking at it another way, only Hagakure or Kirigiri were unaccounted for and could have done it. What now, Kirigiri? The conversation is just going in circles trying to decide who done it. Rather than who did it, how about we try thinking about how they did it? I believe the method by which Yamada's corpse was moved is of particular importance. Yeah, I agree. As much as I searched, I could never find an answer for how his body was moved. And what's more, according to Celeste... Yes, but he was only out of sight for a minute. Blah 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 blah. This is her testimony. Apparently his body disappeared in the span of a single minute, while Celeste and Asahina were away. But to move a body that large from the first floor to the art storage room on the 3rd floor, no matter how you look at it, dude, that just ain't possible. And what if I said there was a way to make that impossible feat possible? What? How? Have the corpse move itself. Huh? You mean the corpse could move on its own? Another ghost? We're not talking about the supernatural. What the woman is trying to say is, there's a possibility that Yamada, whom we believe to be dead, was actually alive. He was alive? So Yamada was not transported from the infirmary, but moved himself on his own 2 legs. Then what does that make the corpse we saw in the infirmary? That was him pretending to be dead. No, that's not possible. Is it really possible that Yamada was actually alive? Well, didn't they say that the infirmary was stocked with medicines and the blood packs and stuff, so he just put the blood pack on himself and just take some medicine? Why is the broken wristwatch our, I'm sorry guys, I'm just gonna be a little quiet for a little bit, I'm just reading. What the hell? He was alive. No, that couldn't be. Yamada was no, dead. How can you be so sure? We heard the corpse was too. Oops. Oops. Oh crap. Is that really so? Perhaps someone else's corpse. Okay. Ah! I get it. No, it couldn't be. He was dead. I'm so sure. Damn it! I'm doing this wrong! Oh god, I only have 1 heart left. I might have to restart this, guys. He was alive. No, it couldn't be. Yeah, no, dead. How can you be so sure? He's never even his corpse. He was pretty dead. So. Oh crap! I didn't absorb it. Top of that, Yamada insurance. Okay, I think I get it. Damn it! No, I'm wrong. Damn it, I was wrong. I failed. Oh, jeez. Ah, crap. Ah, crap. Yes, I would like to try again. Okay, how many of the... Oh, wow. How many of those do I got?